This is All India Radio. In the program Spotlight, now we bring you a discussion on Prime Minister's address to the nation on 74th Independence Day. The participants are Ashok Tandon, political analyst, and AIR correspondent Renu Kataria.
The Prime Minister spoke about extended neighbourhood policies, India's deep ties with Southeast Asia, the ASEAN, and without mentioning China and Pakistan, he conveyed a very direct message. What was that underlying message?
For the first time since independence, any Prime Minister has given a new security and strategic doctrine by extending neighborhood. So far, the neighborhood has always been defined as your immediate neighbors. But today Prime Minister said no, wherever our hearts are also meeting those countries, maybe they are our immediate neighbors, maybe they don't have boundary with us, they are all our neighbors, and in that doctrine of extended neighborhood, Prime Minister even said that from West Asian countries to Gulf countries and even countries in the Southeast Asia, all these countries are our neighbors. And in that context, he mentioned the help which the Gulf countries and the West Asian countries have extended during pandemic by, helping the people of Indian origin who have been working there for their welfare. And he expressed his gratitude to those countries. And then when it came to Southeast Asian countries, the ASEAN countries, he said many of them we have maritime boundaries. And many we have our cultural relations, religious, heritage, ancient civilizations. So they are all our neighbors. And now we are working with all these extended neighbors in economic cooperation, in cooperation in terms of ocean technology, and even in defense production we are having collaboration. So therefore it's absolutely new doctrine which the Prime Minister has given. And it came in the context of the misadventures which India has very successfully dealt with and repulsed both along the LAC and LOC. Without naming any country, Prime Minister said that our armed forces, in fact, gave a befitting reply in the same language as the misadventures were tried. And then he said that we are capable of meeting all such challenges coming from anywhere. And then he said terrorism and expansionism, we can deal with that. We have been fighting and we are capable of doing it. But he cautioned the leaders of our neighboring countries that to maintain peace in the region is not only the responsibility of India. It is the responsibility of all the leaders in the region to maintain peace and also work for peace. And then he said that India has always been working for the welfare of humanity. We have been cooperating with all the countries, whether it is with respect to the COVID-19 or otherwise. And he gave the example that India recently got seat in the United Nations Security Council, a non-permanent seat. And out of 192 countries, 184 countries voted for India. He said it's a matter of pride for all of us. And it is because we are strong, we are safe, and we are self-reliant. So along with these, the new doctrine which the Prime Minister gave, but he said we are working for defense cooperation with all our friendly countries, and now we will having defense production in India with the help of our friends. And that is why we have recently, in fact, stopped import of about 100 items in defense, because whether it is missile or whether it is rifle, all these things will be now be produced in India. And in respect of the security, etc., Prime Minister also made a very significant announcement. He said India has 1,300 islands, and we are not only giving connectivity, but he said we are going to launch a new scheme of recruiting 1 lakh NCC cadets in 173 districts in our border and coastal areas. So these NCC cadets would be trained wherever necessary by the Army, Air Force and Navy. And he said 1/3 of the cadets would be girls. And these NCC cadets would be available for any natural calamity. They will be working with the National Disaster Management, and also they will have an opportunity to join the Indian Armed Forces as career. So this second line of defense which is being prepared in 173 districts, mostly along the coastal areas and our border areas. This is also part of the strategic doctrine which the Prime Minister is giving. Also, he talked of coastal roads. So I think the emphasis today was on Atmanirbhar Bharat, but at the same time making India very strong in terms of the international relations, winning more friends and extending our neighborhood scheme.
So again in his speech today, the Prime Minister reiterated the Atmanirbhar Bharat motto, stressing on the importance of self-reliance. He made a direct case of self-reliance when he asked for how long India will sell raw materials and import finished goods, highlighting the opportunities ahead of each Indian. Sir, how do you unfold this motto of the Prime Minister?
The Prime Minister has given a clarion call for Atmanirbhar Bharat in the overall development. He picked up all the sectors one by one, whether it was the infrastructure, building roads, highways, or whether it was the connectivity, or whether it was making all our border areas safe. And then he said that in terms of human resource, we have number one, but how long we can continue to be just exporting raw material, and why can't we build these things here in India? We have to go from make in India to make for world. So Atmanirbhar Bharat, he said, we have to make value addition in our contribution for global wealth. In that context, we said all our schemes, whatever we do, are for the welfare of humanity. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, he said, is our motto, and therefore we have that confidence, self-confidence, and we can do, because the whole world is expecting from India to play a role in the global context, whether it is maintaining international peace, whether it is collaborating in developing vaccine or drugs for coronavirus, any other developmental activities, we are part of the global efforts, and whether it is the world economy, we have to contribute ourselves. So we are not, in fact, developing or doing something for our welfare only. We have given help to so many countries, whether during the fight against pandemic. So in that context, he said our goal will be make in India, but made for the world also. All the skills, etc., are available with us.
Today, the Prime Minister also said that the government has identified 7,000 infrastructure projects to offset the economic impact of the pandemic, stressing on a deadline of 1,000 days, which is remarkable and unparalleled.
He said 110 lakh crore have been earmarked for these 700 projects. It's for the overall infrastructure. It will give impetus to overall infrastructure. He recalled former Prime Minister Atal Bihari's Golden Quadrilateral scheme, road infrastructure. He said this scheme will now give, he said the National Infrastructure Pipeline scheme, he gave it. He said now it will be expanded, and therefore it will help maintain our unity and integrity. But again, all these infrastructures would be for connectivity and a comprehensive integrated linkage of country. He talked in terms of the rural infrastructure also. So seaport, 4-lane road will be built all along the Indian coastline. That was also part of it. And so infrastructure is not, he said, only making roads, but infrastructure is providing all other basic facilities and amenities. We have to be vocal for local in empowering all our segments of the society. So therefore, he also talked in terms of balanced approach in development. There is some regional imbalances, and 110 aspirational districts have been identified, and where we will have development, all-round development, whether it is in terms of infrastructure, whether it is education, whether it is health. So Atmanirbhar Bharat in every sphere of development is the goal.
Sir, we have seen that a lot of importance has been given to the Northeast sector by our government, and today the PM focused on the development and reforms that his government has planned from the LAC to the LOC, making clear that the government is not in two minds about its plan to strengthen India's borders. How do you take on that?
Infrastructure in Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh, Northeast, all these things, especially he dealt with the developmental aspect of Ladakh, and there he said that in Ladakh the development process is going on, and Ladakh has a tremendous potential. And then he said that carbon neutral economy of Ladakh can be developed on the pattern of Sikkim, where organic farming there and ecological balance, all these things, solar energy to be developed in Ladakh particularly. So in all these areas, so developmental schemes were outlined by the Prime Minister, especially, as I said, in all our difficult terrain areas, northeast and particularly Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh.
So specifically when we talk about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech today, he spoke a lot about peace and harmony, the space sector, economy, banking, finance, health, defense, security. But he also spoke about the need to boost the self-reliance in agriculture and for the farmers. So what will be the role of agriculture in self-reliant development?
He said 1 lakh crore of rupees has been earmarked for agricultural infrastructure and rural industry. Economic clusters will be set up. And so even the non-agriculture areas like the rural empowerment, helping the farmers, and also in that context, the Jal Jeevan Mission. He said over the last 1 year when he launched this program of drinking water availability to all the people, 1 lakh households are being provided drinking water every day. 2 crore households have already been covered. Now we are moving towards the Adivasis areas and also forest areas provide drinking water. In fact, he said that now today there is a competition for cooperative, competitive federalism to accomplish the Prime Minister's Jal Jeevan Mission. And agriculture, rural economy are the backbones. And therefore, we have the natural resources, agriculture, Atmanirbhar Bharat, we will now also export our agricultural produce. We have to do value addition because there are global expectations from us in the terms of agriculture and also space sector, which we have opened, energy sector, health sector and tourism, all these areas, and we have the skill and we have the capability, and therefore we also have to promote our traditional skills.
So the biggest takeaway of the Prime Minister's speech today was boosting the public confidence when the pandemic has induced health and economic crisis and our government facing multiple challenges with the economy and public morale down. So do you agree with me, sir?
In fact, he started by paying tribute to all the corona warriors who have been fighting for it, and basically their contribution which has instilled a sense of confidence in the minds of the people. And he said before pandemic, we were not even developing N95 masks, PPE kits or even ventilators. Now we are exporting these things. And this is being watched globally. So vocal for local was the mantra now, which is now being translated into reality. Then he said the FDI is coming. In fact, 18% increase in the FDI into India. So we are going for reforms, and that is helping making India as a supply chain. Make in India is for make for the world. And he said this is all in spite of the fact that we have been fighting against corona. There have been cyclones in West Bengal and Odisha. Then there have been floods, landslides, and even earthquake in many areas. All these things we have fought and overcome, and still we are moving ahead, and we are making a very comprehensive and integrated development in all sectors, and therefore Atmanirbhar Bharat, vocal for local, and all these things. Then he recalled what has happened in the last 6 years also, whether it was the Jan Dhan Yojana bank account, whether it was providing toilets, power, gas, insurance, Ayushman Bharat and one ration card. All these schemes are now being implemented vigorously, and during pandemic 80 crore people have been provided free ration. 90,000 crore rupees have been put in the direct account of needy people.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
You were listening to a discussion on Prime Minister's address to the nation on 74th Independence Day. The participants were Ashok Tandon, political analyst, and AIR correspondent Renu Kataria. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. You can listen to it on our mobile app News on AIR. This program is also available on our website newsonair.com. You may email your opinion about this program at airnsttalks@gmail.com.